A&M. I think we've got to continue to improve as a football team. I think we've, especially from a depth standpoint, I keep talking about it's a long season, and so many times you play the non-conference schedule to get ready for the schedule. And I think the ones played a great football game in the first half, really first two and a half quarters, but was really disappointed in the way we finished the game. When we turned and tried to put some of the twos in the game, we're not there yet. Looking at it on film, we're not as far away as I thought we would be after watching the game. The feeling you walk off the field with, but after watching the film, it's an inaccurate pass, it's a poor read, it's a drop pass, it's missing a cut in the running game, missing one block. We're close, but I think we need to continue depth on this, continue to develop the depth on this football team. When I look at Florida A&M, I mean, it starts with Joe Taylor. I have great respect for Coach Taylor. I've known him a long time. Knew him when he was at Hampton, watched him build that program for 16 years up there into one of the best programs in the country. He is the third active, most winningest coach in the FCS division. He does a great job. He's got great respect from people around the country. He was 2001, he was the American Football Coaches Association president. He is a man of class and integrity, and he knows how to win. He's won 70% of his games, and that's why he's one of the third most winningest coaches in the FCS level. Great respect for him and the job that he does. Looking forward to having the opportunity to catch up with him a little bit this week. This Florida A&M team was 8-3 a year ago. Coming into this game right now, I know they're 1-1, but you sit down and you look at them. Offensively, they give you a lot of different packages with what they do. They give you big packages, spread packages. They have a lot of athletes on offense. It starts with their quarterback. He's throwing for 300 yards a game in his first two games. They've got two wide receivers that are both 6'3". They have 9 catches each in the first two games. So you look at them, that's 18 catches amongst those two guys. They spread it out. They're wide open. They throw the ball. Their offensive line is large. They're 6'4", 300 is what they average across the board. Really impressed with Moreland at the left tackle position. I think he is really a quality player. I think he is really a good player. He was injured in high school. Some of the recruiting fell off with his injury. But boy, you watch him on film right now, and I think he's a guy that has a chance to play on Sundays. Really impressed with him at the left tackle position. But they have a lot of speed on the offensive side. They play it wide open. When you look at it on the other side of the ball defensively, you know, we talked a little bit about Ball State being an aggressive football team, and they blitzed us, I think, 7 out of the first 10 plays on defense. As we were able to move the ball, they got out of it a little bit and started just playing base football. But this football team is much more active, and through the first two games, they have blitzed 70% of the time. They are high energy, come after you. They run a totally different front than we've seen to this point. They run the 3-down front, and they pretty much come from everywhere. They blitz almost every play. They've got somebody coming. They're very aggressive and very active, and they've got, I keep saying this, they have a lot of athletes on the field that can really run. They are 80% on third down. Like I said, I think their talent. Ojo is a really good free safety. He's had 2 interceptions in the first 2 games. Their number 11, the linebacker, is the most active guy of the bunch. He's their leading tackler through the first 2 games. And this will be a challenge for us, especially because they are not a sit back and let it come to them football team. They turn and they press the issue, and they come after you, and they are very aggressive. And I worry about that because as an offensive coach, you always say, I want to put our offense together against a pressure package. Well, we're going to get an opportunity to see how we're going to respond against pressure, which we have not done very well in the red zone through the first 2 games. And so this will be a challenge for us. Special teams are solid, junior and senior kicking the ball, averaging over 40 yards a punt. Again, a lot of athletes on their cover team and the return team. So this is a game where we need to be focused with what we need to do, control what we can control, which is the amount of work that we put in this week, and then making sure that we are a focused football team as we move forward into Saturday's game.